Tonight, it's TV Censored Bloopers 98. Hosted by Dick Clark and co-host Suzanne Wong. Featuring bloopers from The Naked Truth, Jenny McCarthy, Saturday Night Live, and the Wayans Brothers. Plus, classic bloopers from The Bob Hope Show. Country music bloopers, bloopers from commercials, local TV bloopers, bloopers from the news, cartoon bloopers, classic Conan O'Brien, plus early appearances of Albert Brooks and Michael Keaton. Len Berman, with his wacky world of sports, and Saved by the Bell stars Dennis Haskins and Dustin Diamond surprise a fan. And much, much more. And now, Dick Clark.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my co-host, Suzanne Wong. We got good stuff.
Yes, we do. I can't wait for the bloopers sent to us from the cast of the comedy series The Naked Truth.
Now, this show stars a very funny actress, Taya Leone. Now, in this scene, it calls for Taya to save a guy who's about to jump off a window ledge.
And after watching this blooper, maybe the one who should have jumped is Taya.
Little buddy, come on. This is no solution. If you jump, you'll still be the Baldwin's loser brother. I mean, oh. Listen, buddy, this is no solution. I mean, we're not even... I mean, there's the ground. Help me. What is that line?
Now watch Mark Roberts on the right ad-lib his way out of this blooper.
You wouldn't believe the morning I'm having. In the last hour, I found out... Oh, I love you. You wouldn't believe the morning I'm having. In the last hour, I found out I'm being audited. My credit cards have been canceled, and my... Sorry, I don't want to be here either.
You do a friend a favor, and you know where it gets you?
Now watch Taya try to tackle a long speech that tackles Taya.
You have to ask a second friend to do a family tree for the first friend, which leads you to ask a third friend to take a personality test for the second friend, which forces you to ask a fourth friend to tangle with the third friend, which in turn leads you to do something else. I have no idea. The speech is so long, and I'm absolutely lost. Sorry.
Now, Suzanne, we've all seen people do, a little tap dance when they, they get caught in a bind.
That's true, but in this scene from her show, Jenny McCarthy does a little tap dance when she gets caught in a blooper.
I saw the camera, froze in my tracks, and the next thing
Well, what kind of an idiot doesn't make a copy?
He was making copies. That's why he brought it to a copy shop. I just didn't get a chance to. They added that line.
Oh, do I say something now? Don't you say, what am I going to do?
No. Oh! I do?
Trying to blame the brunette.
Oh.
Dick, The Wayans Brothers is a very funny show starring two gifted comedians, and this blooper really proves it.
Is this the mama's thing? This is hilarious. Now, this is a scene where Marlon Wayans is supposed to react to his brother Sean, who tells him that Mama died.
That's right. He's supposed to react, not turn the scene into a mini-series. Watch.
Be there or be square.
See, I'd love to, but see, my mama died.
What? Mama died?
Now that should end the scene.
Want to bet?
Suzanne, it's time now to catch up with those superstar comedians when they were just starting off.
Right. Take a look at this very young performer before he went on to star in some of the biggest movies of all time.
What I didn't realize was he started out as a stand-up comedian.
The average 4-year-old doesn't have too many furrowed brows or a look of concern.
Geez, I was supposed to be at the playground at 3 o'clock. I'm late. Believe this. Give me the Maylocks.
4-year-olds, almost never will a 4-year-old say, "I'll get back to you." I don't know. Jimmy, look, about this playground thing, I'm tied up here. I gotta hit my sister playing in the dirt. Let me get back to you on that, huh? Okay, beautiful. My people will call your people. Okay, fine.
Now, here's another comedian who went on to great movie success. You will recognize, of course, Albert Brooks. But in this early clip, he was still a stand-up comedian, having fun with ventriloquism.
You know, Danny, I'm a little nervous being here on television and everything. Well, why don't you have a cigarette? That always calms you down. Well, I just can't have a smoke and leave everybody sitting here. They might get bored. I'll sing a song while you have a cigarette. Great idea. What are you going to sing? One of my favorites, Swanee River. Great. You ready? Ready anytime you are. Go. Way down upon the Swanee River. Way. Down upon the Swanee River.
Hey, don't go away. We'll be back with some donkeys who stay up late.
And some chickens that'll make you cackle.
You know, if you have to be up early every day like I have to, sometimes you miss some of the funniest moments on television. That is why we are bringing you the best of late night to prime time. Now, this stuff is worth staying up for.
Now here's a blooper with Conan O'Brien and comedian Jeff Garlin, who doesn't know his fly is open.
What? Why is everyone laughing at me?
Let's admit, first of all, I want to find out a couple of things. First of all, this interview is like over now. But second, when did you know? I had no idea, because I'm looking at this. When did you figure it out?
When you were talking to your wife, I saw like, wow, that shirt shows up, like in the middle of your pants. Oh, and then I kind of peeked, and then I heard the tittering, and I knew that they knew too.
I can't believe that. You think that at some point, the people will stop laughing at, because you said something funny earlier and it just kept going, and I'm thinking, this guy's funnier than I thought.
You'd also think that I would have the checklist in my dressing room. Last one, make sure zipper's up. Comes after be funny.
Oh,
actually.
Man, I don't think there's anything that can top that.
Well, yes, there is.
Suzanne, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but sometimes just one little word can change the whole picture.
Take this commercial blooper, for example. The actor is supposed to say, "We only use fresh-baked Foster Farms chicken."
Chicken.
All he does is mess up one little word, but it really changes everything.
We were thinking, you Roundtable guys are making these great chicken pizzas, and we got all this leftover chicken in a drum.
I'm sorry, at Roundtable we only use fresh-baked Foster Farms children.
An urban myth. Round tables, yes. I'd like the toddler pizza to go, please.
Now, speaking of chicken, watch these guys blow the scene but stay in character.
And action.
Why you? What the man? What? I can give it.
And here they go again.
No, I can't feel my feet. How long do I have to sit here? No, let's do that one again.
Now, the chicken on the right has just forgotten his line.
Oh, excuse me. Foster Farm Savory Serving Chickens.
You know, I think we should do this again.
I think we do too.
Hey, can you see Foster Farms from up there?
You're totally out of the shot. Too much over the car.
Get back in shot, you moron!
Now, George Zimmer, the owner of the Men's Warehouse, has been doing his own commercials for years.
He's a very effective spokesperson, and he's trying to read one of his spots right here.
Is it funny?
I guarantee it.
The Men's Warehouse sold a jacket of the same quality Shetland, fully lined from... I was right on the edge the whole time. I just don't know why.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, action.
No action, I'm sorry. I find it humorous now. I'm not sure why, but...
4, 3, 2, 1, action.
The Men's Warehouse sold a jacket of the same quality Shetland, fully lined, for only $99. And we're still selling it for $99. Come on, give me a break.
Hey, you're laughing at the boss, fella.
Now, here's a series of commercial bloopers for food products that all require the actors to do the very same thing.
Now, in this one, the actor has to eat a French fry while he talks.
So, you guys at Round Table are making sandwiches now, eh?
Right, formation.
Pretty wild. Of course, you'll never be able to make them away.
Here's Jim Varney as Ernest. In a moment, he's going to eat a very hot potato.
Ernest P. Worrell annual, only once a year fish fry. It's a tradition, Vern, just like great country music on 62 Country WSUN. It's AM, Vern, and it's good. And every song WSUN plays is a hot country hit. Kind of like my world-famous Hush Puppies.
One of the cutest commercials around is the one with the adorable little girl talking about Welch's grape juice. She is so cute. And here's a behind-the-scenes look at some adorable little bloopers. Her name is Emily Young, and watch how much fun she's having.
And so has her grandma. Hello. Purple things taste special, and Welch's grape juice tastes very purple. Taste. Which one?
You're gonna drink.
Drink? Woo!
Yeah.
Woo! I feel good. Okay.
Stare right in the camera. Put your arm on the table. Stare in the camera. Your face is gonna stay that way. You look like a human being.
That's director Dennis Gallegos.
I've noticed something really neat happens to my cheeks when I drink Welch's juice maker. That's all, folks.
Hey, don't go away.
When we come back, we'll show you some wacky camera work.
And a blooper on the Barbie.
Nick, as usual, our staff has gathered some newsworthy news bloopers for us tonight.
Well, the first one's a real dandy, and we ought to set it up, first of all. A lot of television stations these days use these, what are they called, robotic cameras? Mm-hmm. And they're all run by a little remote control. It goes this way, that way, and that moves the camera around, the robotic remote control.
Which you just happen to have.
Just by coincidence. Came out of nowhere.
But in this particular newscast, for some unknown reason, this joystick went on a little joyride of its own. Watch.
You drove through downtown Eugene yesterday. You probably noticed all the satellite trucks near the federal building. All eyes are on Eugene these days, and my right cheek.
In Tokyo, stocks are still down after a morning session which had very little substance to it. Dealers are expecting what's left of the let's see where we've got to.
In Greece, the finance minister, Alexandros Papadopoulos, has unveiled his budget plan. Its main aim is to bring Greece in line with its European partners by the end... Excuse me, over here. Keep going. In a bit. Thank you. And don't do that again.
Suzanne, in order for an anchorman to be successful, he has to be able to take command, take charge of his news team.
Take the gum out of his mouth.
Hey, welcome back. Yeah, little quick. Caught me off guard here. How you doing? Welcome back. Time for sports. Get out of here, you nut.
Now keep your eyes on her left ear.
Bill at the Panama City airport, and a report on what you can expect in the classroom when that... Whoops!
We do have some changes in the extended forecast we've been talking about most of the week, and really the windward is the one that we're going to be really focusing on over the next couple of days, and we might see some cloudy skies as well. We might see a chef in the background too. You never know.
Now watch this reporter throw it to a newsman who forgot something. His microphone.
All right, now let's get that microphone on.
Time now for a coffee break with Peter Robbins this morning. Peter.
You can hear me. There's a sign on the camera that says put your mic on. I can't read on this Tuesday morning.
That we managed only to make it to 48 degrees. And we have the wind now because there's a... Oh, hi, Robert. There's Robert. It's our good friend, Robert. It's live TV, folks.
Now, here are two morning news anchors who are doing a show during the holiday season, and I don't understand the whole thing, but somebody cooked some food and they're supposed to taste it or whatever.
Right, and what they don't know is that the cook who put the food in the microwave cooked it a little too long. It was really hot.
All put together right here in just 1 minute and 3 seconds.
Exactly, and if we had the soup, it'd be in there too.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's very
I
good.
think this
Carol
is-
actually gave us a sample
Yeah,
here.
we'll have to try this.
Well, very quickly, Jay. Try it.
Okay.
Hot!
That's good. Okay, now, tomorrow, Carol will have Thanksgiving off, but she will
Her
be
mouth's
here. Or we'll
on
have to-
fire.
Carol will be here to teach us how to make turkey sandwich leftovers. All right. Now, what else do you want to do here, Susan? We're going to show you some of the places that are offering free Thanksgiving dinner, and hopefully the casserole won't be quite as hot heated up in the microwave as this was.
Well, I can wait till tomorrow, so I'm going to try a little salsa right now.
This is very hot salsa.
You know, Suzanne, ever since television began, the cooking show, or cooking, has always been a really big thing in television.
And that tradition is still very hot.
Very hot.
Go ahead and devein the shrimp. Okay. And then what we do is just alternate the shrimp with some wedges of lime.
Okay. Simple enough. Oh my gosh!
Kim!
Oh my God! A barbecue grill going up in flames. Somebody get some water out here. Just bring some. Oh my gosh! I can't. This is not the way to do it. This is okay. Here we got it. All right, we got it. There. All right. I think I got it. Well, that's not quite how we had it planned, was it? We got a menagerie of, well, I don't suppose so. Well, as long as we're here, let's go ahead and finish it. You won't have black ashes in your ingredients.
Now a studio light's gonna blow.
Everything. My. You know, that could be the rapture could come. Somebody that was a light, so if you heard a big popping sensation, that we have lights all around. And
She has the faith to keep on going.
That had popped. But they're going to take care of it, and so we will get on it right now. I'm just glad that Jesus, you know, boys, he's going to come that fast.
Yes.
He'll come that fast. And it set some things on fire in here, but no damage done. Somebody better get this couch right here and beat that out right quick. You know, the devil would like to, he didn't want me here tonight. He tried every way. to get me from coming. But you know, in all the soot and all the stuff, we can still worship Jesus. And I know for sure I've never been in this kind of mess in my life.
See, now in this experiment, all the lady has to do is light the wick and watch the balloon inflate.
There it is. You see, the fire's burning. Oh, can you observe any changes in the balloon?
Did you say inflate or in flames?
We've all seen all kinds of bloopers, acting bloopers, news bloopers, cartoon bloopers.
Cartoon bloopers?
Yeah,
I don't think I've seen that.
I got to explain this a little bit. This was a satire actually on this show. And it was produced by Lorne Michaels a while back, and it featured comedian Dave Thomas doing an impression of Walter Cronkite.
And where do the cartoon bloopers come in?
Well, you are about to see.
Good evening. This is Walter Cronkite. You may not have seen much of me since I left CBS News several years ago. My show universe was a flop, but now I'm back with Walter Cronkite's World of Bloopers, and happy to be back. Tonight we'll take another look at some of the flubs and blunders from America's top TV personalities. Join me now as we take a look at them.
Hey, Fred, what time should Betty and I come over for dinner tonight?
Well, Barney, Wilma's got the brontosaurus buns bobbing, boobing.
Is that in the script, Fred?
Take two. Well, Barney, Wilma's buns are,
Wilma's buns, Fred?
Jane, I'm home, and I can't for the life of me remember my next line. Take two. Jane, I'm home, and I can't see you. A little help with the door, please. Rebel, come out of there, you bagby boomer.
Fred?
Yeah, what?
The line is Big Baboon.
That, of course, was Fred Flintstone in the last scene, caught in the act of a blooper. Now, please welcome with me, the First Lady. I made a little blooper there myself. Perhaps I'll save that for next week's show.
Here's another satire on one of our old blooper shows.
Hello, Barney. This is Dustin Hoffman speaking. I happen to be a big fan of yours.
Quiet down, everybody. I've got Dustin Hoffman on the line. I'm a big fan of yours, too, Mr. Hoffman.
Listen, Barney, you just have to co-star with me in my next movie. Think about it, okay?
Well, gee, I think I can.
Barney, it's Fred.
Hey, what is this? Something for Cronkite's Stupid Blooper Show?
Hey, we've got a lot more bloopers coming up.
When we return, Bob Hope breaks up the stars.
And in our surprise, a fan is saved by the bill.
Tonight's classic bloopers sent to us from one of the world's best-loved comedians, Bob Hope.
You know, Bob is truly a national treasure. I mean, he's done it all. He's done Broadway, he's done vaudeville, movies, radio, television, everything.
And now he's got a best-selling home video, Bob Hope's Unrehearsed Antics of the Stars.
You know, this really is bloopers, classic bloopers from 50 years on television, starting with this blooper. It features a very beautiful policewoman, Angie Dickinson.
And in this sketch, Angie is supposed to frisk Bob for weapons.
Lucky dog.
Yeah, I can't stay too long. I just came to collect the reward.
Okay, creep. Up against the wall.
What?
Hands behind your back.
Yeah.
Spread your feet.
Yeah.
One false move and you'll match the rest of your nose.
Now here's some classic Bob Hope ad-libbing.
You're clean.
Yeah. You better try it again, huh?
Now here's Bob doing a song and dance routine with the great Sammy Davis Jr.
Thank you very much. We're the Happiness Boys. I'm Ernie.
And I'm confused because I didn't see it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I got one eye and it was looking the other way. They say my feet are natural.
Yeah. A size 7 and a size 11.
They tell me my feet are natural.
Now, one thing Bob loved to do is to trade quips with a beautiful co-star.
And he got his chance in his dialogue here with Lonnie Anderson.
Well, that's just an example of classic architecture.
So are you, my dear.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Bob. But I'd much prefer to be admired for my mind. And another line. I appreciate that, Bob, but I'd much prefer to be admired for my mind. To me, intelligence is a precious jewel.
So is a diamond from Tiffany's, but that means...
Now, here's a classic moment featuring two of the greatest comedians of our time, Bob Hope and Jack Benny.
What the hell was that for? Don't tell me my line. I'm just holding it, that's all.
Well, you can hold it as long as you want. Well, I don't work till you're done.
It's my show.
Watch Jack top Bob with this ad-lib.
Boy, don't I know.
Now, watch the ad-libbing in this next scene between Bob and Dean Martin.
Are you turning chicken? Me? A man who's been in 55... Me?
Are you turning chicken?
I think so. So much I want to see. I want to see the sun come up over Pismo Beach. And I want to walk across the Golden Gate Bridge just once more before the Japanese buy it.
Did you want to see Rhoda's sister get married?
You dirty thief! I try to do it big for you.
Oh, go ahead. You want to do that line?
No, it's fine. You can have it.
Oh, that was beautiful. If we ever beat this rap, will you do me a favor?
Sure what? Go on your roast?
Yeah. And after the roast, go take some acting lessons.
Now, Suzanne, a lot of people may not realize that one of television's longest-running sitcoms is not on prime time. It's on Saturday mornings.
I know. That series is called Saved by the Bell, The New Class, and most of today's high school and college students have grown up watching it.
Of course, there have been a lot of cast changes over the years, but two of the most popular actors have remained with it from the very beginning.
Right. Dennis Haskins, who plays the principal, Mr. Belding, and Dustin Diamond, who plays Screech.
Now, we asked Dennis and Dustin to participate in our fan surprise
this week, and they really know where to pull it off.
Yep, a place where you're bound to find Saved by the Bell fans, a high school.
And now, to set things up, here are Dennis Haskins and Dustin Diamond from Saved by the Bell, The New Class.
Hi, Dick. Hi, Suzanne. You know, I get to talk to schools all across the United States. So when I heard you wanted to do something with us, I called Dustin and I told him...
We hooked up with the kids at Polytechnic High in Pasadena.
Yeah, I was going to...
And yeah, they had the Saved by the Bell Day. But what the audience really wants to know is, do I look good? Oh. Give me a moment. Give me a moment.
Dustin, watch and see the fun we had with these kids from Pasadena.
High school students all over the country love Saved by the Bell. At Polytechnic High School in Pasadena, they even have a Saved by the Bell theme week.
Attention Polytechnic School, buy your tickets now for the Valentine's dance in the courtyard.
You know, I just love how it's been around so long.
Well, Mr. Belding is my favorite character, and I wish he was our headmaster.
Now, Sarah's such a big fan, she's actually wearing a shirt with the show's hangout written on it, The Mex.
Saved by the Bell?
I watch it every day. It's like I live for that show. I'm not even kidding you. See, The Mex.
We love Saved by the Bell!
So we surprised Sarah by calling her to the principal's office. Now watch her face when she realizes Dennis and Dustin are there.
Dustin Diamond.
You know, we have a seat, please.
The next part of our surprise is to tell Sarah that they need her opinion about some new show ideas they have.
You know, I told Dustin. So what we've got is we got a couple of ideas we'd like to run by you and get your ideas on them, okay? See what you think.
But be honest.
Yeah.
Be honest with the ideas.
So I'll start with mine, okay? I would play this retired basketball player. What he wants to do is go around in a van from town to town. And he helps
You'll notice that Dennis's idea has just a very small part for Dustin.
Problems. And then I come back and after the thing is done, I recap.
Wait, Dan. I drop you off.
Well, no, we have the whole prologue, the whole setup.
I think it should be a computer nerd, Dustin Drake, because Dustin's a good name, right?
And of course, Dustin's idea practically eliminates Dennis.
I'm like, no, I'm not. And I'm surfing the web, and I fall asleep.
But Dustin, I'm just at the beginning of it?
No, here's the catch. See,
So we really close the trap as Dennis finds a reason to leave the room.
Dustin, I'm sorry, I got to call Peter and Linda. This will only take me a minute.
All right,
I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
All right, Dan. Well, I mean, you know, Dennis has got...
While Dennis is gone, Dustin pushes his idea.
Okay, personally, I think the computer ideas are far better. I mean, come on, you like the idea, right?
Yeah, it's good.
Now we send in a phony network executive who pretends to mistake Sarah for the creative genius who works with Dennis and Dustin.
This is...
Hey, Sarah, how are you? Are you Dusty's writing partner?
Yeah, we're just collaborating on some ideas in here, putting some stuff together.
Is Dennis here?
Actually, Dennis and Sarah and I have compiled some ideas. He has some ideas and I have some ideas.
You know something, I'm just so I can get a different perspective on it, because you and I have met before and we've spoken before. Let me hear from you what is the idea of this show, because I'd rather hear it from somebody new.
Careful, Sarah.
Well, here's the thing. The basic concept of this show is like he's going to be starting off with his computer, kind of like a Doogie Howser kind of thing.
Right.
And he's like, you know, typing in, like checking out the webpage and stuff. And like
Sarah's ad-libbing is great, but she's basing it all on Dustin's idea.
Be like kind of beamed into the webpage, some sort of like maybe like Star Trek kind of thing.
Good. I'm liking this a lot. What do we call the show? You know, if I don't have a name for the show, I don't have a show.
Sarah's trapped. Dustin's eyes are pleading with her.
Dustin's desk?
No, something, Dustin's World.
Dustin's World. Okay, good.
Oh, poor Sarah. Now that she's called it Dustin's World, where does that leave Dennis?
Yeah, he was just here.
But I thought we were going to pitch this together.
Well, I did. I pitched both ideas.
Sarah is now squirming as she hears Dustin lying to Dennis.
Sarah, which one did he go with?
I'm sorry, I'm not really paying attention to you guys.
Which one did he go with?
I don't remember.
The computer. He loved the computer idea. I told him your idea about, you know, about how you could be the uncle and open up the show and the, you know, I mean, you know, give me some feedback. I mean, come in. Let's talk about contract.
Well, here's our executive again, and Sarah is ready to quit show business.
So you came in, you guys had a meeting about me. And you went too?
I got to tell you something.
It was like a 50-second meeting. I mean, it was like not even...
All right. It's a pitch session.
Let her off the hook, Mr. Belden.
She's definitely suffered long enough.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right. We got a network exec, right?
Okay. This is in the show. You have a network executive in the show.
I thought you would like that.
That is funny.
And then we have a team. Remember, we have a team. Jim and I together as a team, right? And then, let's say, I don't know, help me out.
You have, how about a girl from the local high school who's already a fan of the show that you're on?
Okay, all right.
That's good.
So that you have the four of us together.
I see where you're going with this. We take the two actors. We have the student from the school. Instead of an executive, we make it an actor who plays an executive, who comes in.
She's got it now.
While the other actor team are sitting back here.
Do you see where we're going with this, Sarah?
Finally, saved by the bell.
Don't you want to set up?
Oh, you've been a great sport.
Now, Suzanne, as you know, there's a happy ending in that, the whole thing for that young woman.
Yes, Dennis and Dustin have invited her to a taping of Saved by the Bell, the new class, and she is going to get the full VIP treatment.
Including an on-camera appearance on the show. That's nice.
Next, a country star can't find a seat.
And a seat loses its shorts.
You're from familiar with the annual Canadian Country Music Awards.
Oh, sure. As a matter of fact, Shania Twain and Anne Murray are two of the big past winners.
Well, the singer who took home most of this year's big awards is Terry Clark. Obviously, she's a standout.
That could be because at the award show, somebody took her seat.
No.
Well, here we are. We're gathered once again to celebrate another great year in country music, and what a year it's been. Terry Clark went triple platinum here, platinum south of the border. Sit down, Terry.
Now she can't find her seat.
There's no seat for her. She has to sit on the floor. That'll work.
Now watch Terry get her genders mixed up.
When I was a little girl, I used to practice acceptance speeches in front of the mirror, and in my bedroom. But I also used to listen to a lot of music in my bedroom, like Reba McEntire, Winona Judd, Patsy Cline, Barbara Mandrell, Ricky Skaggs, and I can't tell you how much those females taught me how to sing, and they don't even know it. They really did.
Ricky Skaggs is a guy.
Now, in her next acceptance speech, watch Terry accept blame for her blooper.
Can I just say one thing? Ricky Skaggs is not a woman. He was not meant to be included.
Now, Suzanne, the popular country singer Pam Tillis recently starred in a holiday special where the script called for her to talk about tradition.
Now, Pam speaks with a slight southern drawl, but unlike her very famous father, Mel Tillis, her diction seems impeccable.
Except when she's talking about tradition.
Here we go. What a beautiful tradition. I can't say tradition. Here we go. One more time. It's these chompers. What a beautiful tradition. You can fire me now if you want. What a beautiful tradition. What a beautiful tradition. That's what Christmas is all about. Oh, get out of here. What a beautiful tradition. Here we go. Damn. Ow. Jump back. Kiss myself. What a beautiful tradition.
Watch Pam put it in her own words.
What a beautiful thing.
Now, a little while back, the show Primetime Country did a salute to Hee Haw, and they did a very special tribute to their very famous song.
Take a look at George Goober Lindsay and the late Grandpa Jones. By the way, this is one of the last appearances ever made by Grandpa Jones on television.
For 25 years we all got together.
Now remember, the chorus that's coming up is something that Grandpa has been singing for, well, over 25 years.
But those golden days of TV are over. Now Beavis and Butthead are all that is on. Well, where are you tonight? Why did you leave me here all alone? I searched the world over and now I found true love. My love, did you do that? What's the twist for?
Quit! I don't know the words to do.
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Well, I said Beavis and Butthead.
Well, that part, yeah.
For 25 years, this old God did you. For 25 years, we all got together.
Now this time, Grandpa's trying to read the cue cards, but he's lost his place.
I'll spoil the whole show. I searched the world over and thought I found true love. You met another and you were gone. Can you do that over?
right now it's time for a visit from the man who is one of New York's premier sportscasters, a regular visit to the Today Show, and our own keeper of the sports bloopers. Please welcome Mr. Len Berman.
Tonight I present a tableau of tournaments, a galaxy of gamesmanship, a kaleidoscope of competition. Let's face it, I have no theme. Let's start with tennis. The key is not how well you play. It's how much noise you make. Sounds painful. So you're sitting on the bench in hockey, minding your own business, and a spy. Same in basketball. Coach Brian Hill works with Blue Edwards on the right with the play, and the enemy, Grant Hill, is on the left listening in. Is that fair? Speaking of the rules, Bazooka Lamone is having problems with Charmbe Mitchell. How's this strategy? He pulls down his trunks. Hey! So the next time he fights, Mitchell comes prepared. He wears suspenders. And speaking of resourceful in boxing, it's the old behind-the-back punch. Never saw it coming. Here's another play out of the blue. In soccer, the old create a diversion trick. The goaltender doesn't think that's fair. What happens at Yonkers Raceway when only one horse shows up?
Who's off? The paddock turn the first time. It's still Wizard of Hearts. Pacing briskly, the Wizard of Hearts will win.
In San Francisco, the jockey had no intention of hitting the dirt, so he hung on for dear life. Here is a much nicer hockey story between teammates. Ziggy Palffy scores for the Islanders, so pucker up, Travis Green. My question of the day, do you think this is just a little too much effort, just so one guy can go water skiing? A couple of offbeat events in the UK is the annual Birdman contest, trying to defy gravity. And the grand finale.
Oh, yes, I say, I've never seen an elephant fly.
You still haven't. Finally, the shot is round and round, and we're out of time.
Hey, thank you, man. We got a great blooper coming up. Be right back.
That's right. We'll reveal the blooper of the week, so don't go away.
Well, Suzanne, it is time once again to select our blooper of the week.
And this one's a doozy. Take a look.
Emily, I've been drinking Welch's grape juice since I was a little girl, and so has her grandma. Hello. Purple things taste special, and Welch's grape juice tastes very purple.
And
which one?
You're gonna drink.
Drink? Woo! Woo! I feel good. I've noticed something really neat happens to my cheeks when I drink Welch's juice maker. That's all, folks.
An excellent choice. It's been a pleasure.
Yes, it has. Thank you, Dick. Good night, everyone.
Suzanne Wong, ladies and gentlemen. See you the next time. For now, Dick Clark.